So to briefly give you the context of this assessment, I decided to build on the Minecraft assessment that we had used in a previous module, and this is the reflection that the students would be completing after they completed that scenario. I'm in Blackboard 9.1, and I find that to be appropriate because of the many options and buttons I have. Because higher education students, I'm less worried about confusing and more worried about being able to do precisely what I want, which I believe Blackboard 9.1 gives me the flexibility to do. So I'm in instructor view here, and this is the edit assignment, and right here is the directions. This is what they'd see. But what I do want to focus really quickly on is this ability of Blackboard 1 to create rubrics. So if you look at a rubric right in Blackboard, you have really great controls here. You can add rows, you can add columns, you can put in as much detail as you want, and the students can see all of this. And then when you go through, you simply click which one for each assignment, and then it will automatically give them the percent of the points for that particular section. One of the limitations I found was that you actually cannot add more than 100 points to any section, so you can't have like a bonus column. But the rubric themselves, I think, is a really powerful view in Blackboard. My particular rubric is strongly based on the AAC use value rubric. So here's the teamwork value rubric, and the language at the top, this capstone and 2 milestones, the benchmark, are directly from that. But I decided to add an absent column for the people who really just did not demonstrate anything in that particular column, which I thought was missing from the value rubrics. So I'm going to go back to the other view. And the next thing that I really like in Blackboard 9.1 is this ability to do group submissions if possible, which is an interesting idea. I'm not sure I would use it for this particular assignment, but I like that Blackboard has that feature. And I really like this ability to allow single attempts, multiple attempts, or unlimited attempts. And I usually want to enable multiple attempts just because some students have technology difficulties with their first submissions often. So if I enable a couple of attempts, that saves me a lot of time as a teacher from having to go re-enable something or delete something for a student. And you can also score using highest grade, last grade attempt, or the average of graded attempts, all of which might be used differently. For this particular one, I'm just going to go with last graded attempts. There's some nice availability options here. And again, the context here is higher education students. And so even if I'm not using all of these buttons, I like that they're available to me. So the reflection template that's going to come with this is the last important piece of the assessment. And as they went through their Minecraft activity, this is what I want them to respond to. And instead of just saying write a reflection, I decided to go with this very kind of strongly scaffolded thing, though this is not really intended to be taken away, so it's not true scaffold. But this particular document helps them think through what I want to see in the collaboration, hopefully remove some of those barriers to writing successfully, so that I'm really focusing on assessing collaboration and how they're doing with the collaboration rubric instead of how they're doing as writers. And that was really important to me. So any comments on that would be great. And finally, this Think, Believe, Act is based on a really simple transformational learning framework that there are some good objections to that I don't have time to get into here. But I think it's going to be a good starting point for the reflection. This is certainly a part that I would like to iterate on as I thought through this. All right, that's what I've got for right now.